Good morning. Got my keto coffee. Greg here, burning both ends. Burning on the front end of Thursday. It is June 14th, 2018, 6:35 a.m. Pacific. And I'll just jump right into, leveraging last night's post. So with the success journal, I had identified 3 specific tasks I wanted to work on last night and hit up, about 20 some odd minutes, for each one. Each one did not take exactly 25 minutes, but I was able to jump to each one. It was about 20 to 30 minutes a piece, and I'm really glad I did that because I put dents in 2 tasks that I hadn't started yet this week, and that way it preps me for finishing them for Friday. And it was because of the success journal that I realized that, so I'm really liking the way this is working. This 1 week chunk I think is perfect, and so yeah, just thrilled that I'm getting back into this. And it's helping me just stay organized and stay on top of my stuff. And so the other thing that I realized, the presentation. So for the iCore course, every Wednesday for 2 hours we have a webinar where each team presents. And so working on that presentation throughout the week is going to be a critical daily activity. And the reason why is that, there are these slides that we put together. There's a good amount of time that we need help. We need instructor help on the slides, and so scheduling office hours can take a day or two just to get schedules to line up. And so I need to hit the presentation every day just a little bit, maybe like 15-20 minutes a day, just to make sure that I'm on top of that so I can get the help that our team needs. Other things is if we delegate other slides to other team members, I need to make sure that I capture that slide within within my head so I can talk about it. Yesterday I handed off the presentation and the instructors didn't like that. They want me presenting. I'm the entrepreneurial lead, so they want me presenting the entire thing, and so I need to do better prep on the presentation. So that's a little lesson learned there. And so I'm going to do that by looking at the presentation every day. So that shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see how that goes, and then reaching out to the instructors for office hours to get help. The other thing is the customer discovery interview kind of work, setting those up. I had this realization that's like an infinite task to do, and it's the kind of work where I can spend 3 hours on it and not really make any progress. And let me explain. So it's infinite work, meaning I can sit down for hours and hours and hours and just constantly search and find companies and try to find people. There's a helicopter up above there. And find people and just constantly communicate and try to set them up and not end up getting any interviews set up. I mean, that is a possibility of a task like that. And then the other side is that, it's just infinite work there. And so that can be a double-edged sword when you're working, because you want to make sure that I'm learning as I'm going through that process. I want to make sure that I am making progress, and it's kind of hard to tell. And so I think, the interview scheduling process is almost like building a sales pipeline. It's just, you just keep adding people to the funnel, and you bring them through the funnel, and then, customer discovery interviews will start coming out the other side. And sometimes, it takes a lot of work. Sometimes it takes no work. Like, for example, the interview that we had yesterday that was really successful. That was a kind of a random thing. I just decided randomly to search one of our applications on the web, found a company, found the salesman. Turned out that there was only one person to email. It was his specific email address. I emailed him. He called me back in an hour. So we had something scheduled the next day. So in very little amount of time, maybe a total of a half an hour if you included my web search, writing the email, me calling him back. I mean, we're talking about maybe a half an hour to 40 minutes of real work spread over a couple hours. Whereas some of the other interviews, I've been emailing people for days. I'm going to call them today and tomorrow, and it might end up with nothing. So that's the kind of work that the customer discovery interviews are, and that's why it's challenging, because it's not so I spend 10 minutes and I get 10 minutes of work done and I only have 30 more minutes of work to do. It's not like that. So, but this is the kind of thing where you just got to keep hitting it, right? It's like you're running a marathon. Don't worry about where you are. You've started, and now you're just one foot in front of the other. So, So that is that. Not much else to talk about today. So the good thing about last night, the fact that I put dents in those 2 other tasks, is now I can really focus on these on getting some interviews. So that's great. We have a bunch of people in the queue. I still have a bunch of research to do to find some more companies to talk to. Yeah, and then I got my my personal things that I got to work on. I got my side projects, my work projects. So it's nice. It's all right in front of me, so I can see it. So I can remind myself. So that way I can kind of keep these like plates spinning or these wheels spinning. And sometimes it doesn't take much to do it. So I think that's it for this morning. So it's going to be another great day. I get to work from home today. Love being able to do that. Really just feel empowered. I love this space that I'm in here, like this literal garage space. Yeah, and so that's it. So the whole purpose of this channel is this is my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. These are the things I'm doing that are bringing me success. I'm really enjoying this success journal. So tell me about what you're up to. Subscribe, comment down below. I'd love to help. So if you got any problems that you need help solving or you need help with something, let me know. I'd love to be of service. I've linked some motivational videos down below. I've linked some really good music. The beat in the background is an Afro beat that I wrote, influenced by a fellow hoodie. So check that out on SoundCloud if you like that kind of thing. And that's about it. So go out, do great things today, inspire folks. And yeah, I'll see you tonight.